Hey everybody, welcome to our event. This is our 2021 Night Under the Stars. We're so happy to have you here with us tonight. We have a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to talk about. Our event tonight is going to help raise funds for this wonderful space that we have around us here, our garden, that we teach a lot of education on food, and we also help our community with. But let's hear our Chef Mark talk about a little bit about our event tonight.
So hey, everybody's here. We're all excited. We're all hungry. So we have probably 9 of the top premier chefs in the city, Detroit metropolitan area, from Grey Ghost to Apparatus Room, Cork and Gable, Green Dot Stables, Prime and Proper, to keep going on and on and on. So these chefs have graciously, there's some signature items, some things that they're trying. And so it's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it because I'm hungry as you are, and I'm ready to start eating.
For those of you who are unable to join us live this evening, we will be live Facebook, and we'll be talking to you through the night to talk to you about the event and about the different things that are happening. We also have an auction that is open. Will be open for a couple days after tonight's event, that you can bid on the different items that we have to help us raise money for our garden. And speaking of our garden, it is like amazing this year. We have done so much improvement in it. We still have a lot to go, but we have been able to provide free produce Fridays for the members of our community who can come up to our retail area in the school store and pick whatever they would like from our vegetables, helping the community with healthy food, and also helping our students understand the importance of healthy food and how cool it is to grow and how much exercise they can get when they're out here. We look forward to being here with you tonight. Enjoy the event and stay tuned for all the great things to come.
Good evening and welcome to the Rising Stars Academy Night Under the Stars event. We're thrilled to have you join us to support this incredible organization, and we have a truly exciting evening planned for you. My name is Dea Curley. I'm a newly reminted Michigander, born in Detroit, raised in East Point, left for a while, but I'm back with a vengeance. Happy to be a Michigander again, and I'm really happy to be here at this very special school. Deb and Mark, thank you for including me in this evening.
You're welcome.
Tell me a bit about yourselves and what you do here at Rising Stars.
You can go.
So I am the superintendent, chief cook, bottle washer, it seems. I do a lot of different things at the school. I'm the one who does all the paperwork, keeps everybody compliant, and spends a lot of time with the kids. The kids are the best part. They're the best part. They're the thing that makes us go home every day and laugh at a lot of things that happen throughout the day, makes us smile, and makes us want to come back the next day. I'm also the farmer, resident farmer, not the paid farmer. We have a paid farmer, but I am born and raised on a farm. So the garden and this hoop house around me is something that's near and dear to me in my childhood.
So my name is Mark Prentice. I am the co-founder. Obviously, this is my wife, Debbie, and I get to be the visionary. I get to be the person that does all the crazy things. I get to dream and believe and just do what we think is necessary in order to educate our kids. So, you know what, I get to be the chef. I am a chef, I am a teacher, but I get to be the visionary and just have a blast with doing the things we do.
Earlier tonight, guests were walking through the school enjoying a sample of student work at Rising Stars Academy, a student showcase. Can you tell us a little bit about what was being shown tonight?
So what was being shown is that, you know, our students devise with their teachers about some menu items that they thought about, and obviously that it has to do with different things out of the garden. So all our students got to choose something, as well as that prepare things. So it was a way for them to showcase their talents, because a lot of people haven't been here. You know, with COVID, a lot of our students haven't been in the building, and with all the things that are going on, that it's a way for us to kind of like, hey, we're back, we're here, see what your students are doing and what these kids can do pretty magnificently.
Each classroom came up with their own, how they wanted to showcase the garden and how they wanted to showcase harvest, and they all came up with different recipes. 90% of the ingredients that are served tonight came actually from our garden behind us.
Wow, wow. So on to the main event. Tell us what is happening right now next door at the other hoop house?
There's 100 people sitting on one really, really long table enjoying a meal that has been prepared by 10 chefs from the Detroit area who all provided their signature dish to put on the table. It is so awesome to hear next door, to hear the talk and the conversation and people having a really good time, enjoying each other's company, enjoying the food. This is something that I have always wanted since the day we opened Rising Stars 9 years ago, is to have that family style dinner. And a little bit of rain gave us a little bit of delay, but we are ready to go.
So, I mean, like Deb said, is that, these chefs have came down and brought themselves out of their business to, number one, they believe in what we do. They love working with our kids, and most of all these chefs that are here tonight work in some capacity with our kids, whether through product or our kids go down in their buildings. And so we're truly blessed to have, some of the top chefs in the Detroit metropolitan area come down and just serve some food to some people that are having a blast.
Dinner sounds wonderful. And the students are doing an incredible job
Yeah.
tonight. This year's prizes are especially exciting. You'll hear about them throughout the night, you're going to want to bid. Keep that in mind. But before we get to the prizes, I'd like to hear more from Deb and Mark about what's been happening here over the past year.
Well, the last year has been interesting for everyone. I'm sure everyone understands with COVID and everything that's going on, things have been rather challenging. However, our students really have risen to the challenge of what has been going on around them. From March of 20 to July of this year, our students helped us package and distribute 55,000 meals per month, over 1 million meals. And it's just incredible. The students love doing it. They knew that they were serving their community, and it was just remarkable for them to be able to see.
So the other addition is that, we've been blessed and fortunate through COVID and all these things with our sponsors and business moves that we made, is that we actually have door handles on our doors, right? So everybody thinks about, the things that we went through and where we're at today, is that just think about that, door handles and locks on the doors. But what I want to bring back to the table is that it's very important for us to all understand is that when we look at people, they always come with a label. Now I want you to think about doing 55,000 meals a month for 19 months. And not only doing that consistently, but the amount of impact that they made on the community, so that our students, and some of them, maybe don't have the best family lives or the lifestyles that they lead, but when they have smiles on face, when people come in to pick up food, and they're always like, "Chef, these people really need the food because we're not serving filet mignon and lobster tail."
Yeah.
And to bring the joy on those individuals' faces, that's truly the magical thing that's going on.
It's a mind-boggling accomplishment, and you should be proud. Both of you and the students should be proud as well.
Thank you.
It's just incredible. I do understand. Speaking of the doorknobs, I understand improvements were made here within the last year. Can you fill me in on anything in addition to the doorknobs?
We have vinyl floors on the classrooms. We don't have carpet that's been here since 1959, I think, when the building was built. We have an awning outside. We have a new sign. We have technology. We haven't had technology, and so we now have technology. The kids can use computers in the classrooms. The infrastructure for technology. We have a lot of things. Anything else?
I mean, for example, in the classrooms that we have Cricut machines, we have 3D laser printers, we have the store, and so all these things that our students get to learn how to create and pass it along to the machine to create that stuff. But think about the detail that some things that they post on our social media. Think about the details of the paint, and they have to paint it all in one stroke. They don't have tape or anything, and just the fine, minute details of things. And they're the ones that get to create or come up with these ideas, as well as the support of the staff. So there's all kinds of things that are going on, like Deb said, from the technology to 3D laser printers to Glowforge machines to, there's so many things that's going on. It's like, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, well, it's so many leaps all at once.
Yeah.
It's really, really great. I think they can probably keep up too. And it looks like you're keeping up.
Well, yeah.
One of the most sought, I'm going to talk about the prizes now, because one of the most sought after prizes each year is the naming rights to the RSA chicken coop. And that chicken coop is beloved, right?
Yes.
It is.
And this year is your chance to be part of it. Deb, tell us a bit about the chicken coop and about what is entailed in that prize.
When we first opened the school, Mark had, being the visionary and the person who comes up with all the crazy ideas, says to me, I want chickens. And I went, yeah, right, we're in Centerline. And lo and behold, the mayor of Centerline changed the zoning ordinance so that we could have chickens. So we have chicken coops. We've had several chicken coops, but we do have one that is by our building here, and one lucky person can name that chicken's coop whatever they want, as long as it's school appropriate. We have 14 laying hens. We also have one rooster, who the students fondly call Tiny, and he is not tiny, but he actually is a very nice addition to the farm. When the kids come out and work on the farm, the chickens are right next to them, like it's their pets. They'll pick them up and I'll say, please put them down. They're chickens.
Yeah.
They don't like to be carried. But yes, so the lucky person, we've had many interesting names over the years on the chicken coop, so bid away. You can call it whatever you want.
So one of the cool things is that, I think about it when ladies, ladies have wine night, or the guys are sitting around watching football and we're all bragging about whatever we have, and it's like, well, I got a new watch. I'm like, but I have a chicken coop.
That's right.
What do you have, right? So just think about that for a topic of conversation when you're sitting there. So just, that when you look at it, just, I own a chicken coop for a year.
You're right. That's the top. That's the topper in the conversation.
Yeah.
I have a chicken coop named after me. RSA is lucky to have very generous parents who have helped make the school the place it is today. We're lucky to have Janice Craig here to talk to us about her experience at Rising Stars Academy. Hi, Janice.
Hi, how are you?
Tell us about your relationship. How did your relationship with RSA start?
2018, my son Dylan applied. I never heard of this place. No one did. Special needs parents are pretty well networked. No one heard of it. They all do now because I gave everybody, the doctors, teachers, everybody their cards. So we actually found out about this place through a friend of the family whose son Michael comes here now. And so I checked online, scheduled a tour, and was just blown away.
Yeah.
Especially when you see this back garden and
Yeah.
chicken coops and everything. But
What is one important thing you would want everybody watching to know about Rising Stars Academy?
well, with special needs kids, they tend to be warehoused. And they just, nobody really wants to go an extra mile for them.
Yeah.
And these two have.
These two do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Yeah.
grateful. Thank you both.
Thank you.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being here and with us tonight, and for your ongoing support of the school. I mean, keep spreading the word, obviously. I'd like to remind everyone that if you'd like to support the school, you can bid on any of our prizes by visiting the website you see on the screen below. You can also visit it from the main website, from the Night Under the Stars logo, and there's also a pinned post on our Facebook page. You can get to it multiple different ways. Every penny raised tonight goes toward the students here at RSA. The auction will remain open until Friday night at 7 p.m. Now, the chefs affiliated with RSA are some of Detroit's finest, from what I hear. Their relationships with and guidance to the students here are invaluable, and yet another thing that makes Rising Stars Academy a really special place. We have some truly decadent prizes from these chefs. Mark, I'd like to first hear about dinner at Grey Ghost. Am I right that it's for a party of 6 and multiple courses?
It is. So Chef John and his crew from Grey Ghost, 6 people, 5 courses with a beverage package at Grey Ghost, one of the premier restaurants in the city of Detroit. And so Chef John and his team is actually going to create a menu for you. And if you haven't been, their carrot tartare is amazing.
That sounds amazing. If you'd like to bid on the Grey Ghost dinner or any other prizes, you can visit the link below or go directly to the website and click on the Night Under the Stars logo. You can view all the prizes on that auction website, and look at the info, and view it as much as you want. The auction will remain open till Friday at 7 p.m. And I hear another infamous prize, is at one of your auctions is the fish charter. Deb, tell us about what that is.
Captain Z's Fish Charter, very good friend of mine. He has supported our event every year for the last 9 years. Eric is the captain. He goes as Captain Z. He will take you out on his fishing boat on the Detroit River and Lake St. Clair, and always catches the limit. And everyone who has gone out on his charter has always come back with some amazing stories, amazing tales, some awesome memories. A lot of families have gone out for the charter, and so we're very, very grateful that Eric is here again, once again for us with this auction item that people love so much.
Well, let's hear more from Captain Z himself.
Hi folks, this is Captain Z with Captain Z Fishing Charters, and I want to talk for a minute about Rising Stars Academy. So I've known Deb and Mark for several years now, and I've been donating my fishing charters for them for the last 5 years, and I really appreciate what they do for the special needs community in our area, and I think that the Rising Stars Academy is an invaluable school, and it's a great organization that I really stand behind, and I encourage everyone to support them with everything you can. So let me talk about a little bit about our fishing charters. So every year at the Night Under the Stars, I donate a fishing charter for up to 4 people. And we go walleye fishing here on the Detroit River or on Lake St. Clair. And you're guaranteed to have a great time, catch some fish, and hopefully have memories that'll last a lifetime. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon. And remember, Rising Stars Academy and Captain Z Fishing Charters.
Here's something I'm curious about. How many bakery clients does RSA take care of these days?
So it kind of makes me smile. We currently have over 45 clients in Detroit metropolitan area. So I'm going to talk a few about them, and I hope, I'm not trying to leave anybody out. John from Grey Ghost, that, we do their signature bun for their hamburger. So it took us a while for them to have that. My nephew is the executive chef, corporate chef for Heirloom Hospitality. It took me 5 years in order to get our hamburger buns in with them. So now we have them at Townhouse Birmingham, Green Dot Stables, Cork and Gable, Red Crown, so many on and on and on. And the beauty about it is that our kids help produce the product, but our clients with our home hub program is also the delivery people. So they create this, this delivery relationship. And when one kid misses the day, they're like, what happened to them? Where is he at? Because of the bond and relationship. But they also respect the product that we make for them, and they know that our kids are helping with it.
Wow.
So we're blessed for sure.
That's really impressive. And what an amazing group of restaurants for the students to be connected with. Wow. We are now joined by Bob Nowak, the president of the board here at Rising Stars Academy. Bob, hi. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Tell us about the growth you've seen since RSA's inception. I hear you've been here since early days, since the beginning.
Some of the earliest days, yes. The growth has been phenomenal. I'm sort of a numbers person, so I did a little bit of math the other day, looking at it, looking at the original enrollment of about 28 students, and we look at it now well over 100. So it's some real quick math, and we're 400% growth.
Wow.
In a relatively short period of time, which for any organization is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I think it truly speaks to the caliber of the program. People are drawn to the program because of the value that it delivers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what has attributed to that growth, along with tons and tons and tons of hours of work by these two.
So can you tell us what you see in the school's future?
Well, I think the school has a phenomenal future in so much as it's a very nimble school. It can move in directions that the students want to take it. So if the students show interest in a specific area, the school can move in that particular direction.
Wow.
The community also plays a very good part in it, and they bring ideas to the school as well. And again, because of the nimbleness of these two, the school can move in those directions to provide those learning experiences for the students.
That's so great. So great. Thank you so much for speaking with us. This has been very informative.
My
and enjoy
pleasure.
the rest of your dinner.
All right, thank you.
Not.
Thanks, Bob.
Deb, I understand that there are some professional cooking classes as one of the prizes.
There are.
What can one expect from that kind of class? What would they expect from that?
We have 2 cooking classes that are available for a number of participants on the auction block. One is a macaron class for 8. Chef Andy will be making macarons in our bakery. He had the class last year. Actually, 8 of my family members came and made macarons. You can make any kind that you want. And one of Andy's specialties is macarons, so they really like that. The second baking class that we have is actually a bread baking class. So I know, even though I'm in the hallway right across from the bakery every single day, I'd really like to myself take a class and learn how to make bread. The bread is very, amazing and it smells great. Everybody doesn't know how I can stand to be in the office like that. But so it's a baking bread class for 10 that is hosted also in our bakery. And bring your family, bring your friends, have a party with it. You can have a bread baking party. But go ahead and bid on the auction item and you'll have a fun night.
Yeah, bread baking is sort of a fundamental,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
It's a fundamental
It's
of
an art.
life.
It's an art.
Yeah, yes,
It
it
is an
sure
art.
is.
Yes, it
Let's
is.
learn a bit more about this directly from Chef Andy.
Hi, I'm Chef Andy, the executive pastry chef here at Rising Stars Academy. I've been here for 3 years, and my favorite part of working here is having the students come down every day and working with them. They're so excited and eager to learn and just teaching them new things. Tonight we're auctioning off 2 classes. First is a macaron class for 8 people, which you'd come in and learn how to make macarons here in our bakery. And second is a bread making class, which again, you'd come in here in the bakery, learn how to make bread, and enjoy the evening with friends. We thank you for your support and we look forward to having you here.
This year, RSA has more prizes than ever before. It's the generosity of the school supporters that always makes this event a success. Deb and Mark, can you tell us about the project you are raising money for tonight? I know you have some big plans.
It's you.
Most of the plans that we have for the money that's raised tonight is, again, to expand our garden. We were fortunate enough to be able to hire a farmer this year, which I really love because he knows what he's doing and he's done some amazing things, and he's been here for a very short time. But we still have a lot of expansion to go. We have 4.3 acres behind us, and we probably only use about 2.5 right now that we are able to expand. So most of it is going to go to the farm to do some regenerative farming so that we can cultivate the land better and make better use of it and have that product provide more of an education for our students about what is healthy, how to grow things, and the kids really just love going out and picking stuff and taking it in the kitchen and making it and tasting things. Kids are tasting things now that they've never tasted before in their life, and they're pretty amazed that their produce isn't coming from Myers. It's coming from the ground.
So the cool thing for me, because I won't be out here farming, is that I have a tractor with a cab and it has air conditioning and heat. It has a radio, so when Chef kind of wants to dip, I can just go out and ride the tractor and I can just say, I didn't hear anybody because I'm in the tractor, right? So think about that. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it, and we can thank our friends from Weingarts for helping us out for sure.
It is a very cool tractor. Do you want to tell them what color it is?
It's orange.
It's orange.
And it's a Kubota.
It's the coolest
awesome.
tractor I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Stathis Pauls is the school's new farm manager, and he has some great things to say about his role here at the school.
My name is Stathis Pauls. I'm the new farm manager here at Rising Stars Academy. Trying to build as immersive of a space as possible here. Obviously, with the students and the clientele that we serve, this isn't intended to be a intensive production space, a production farm, right? And that's not the goal of most places that I've worked. The goal is to reintroduce and acclimate these students to understanding that this is where your food comes from, right? Like, it's not even students, it's not even anybody, it's the way that we've built ourselves up in our society. It's like we think that tomatoes come from a styrofoam package at the grocery store. So even something as simple as coming out here and picking a tomato or pulling out a weed, or understanding that like we have food because of our relationship to the earth, and that we need to treat that relationship a lot better than how we do now. So that's my main goal, is to just, even if it's a simple step forward for these students to understand that this is where food comes from, this is how we should be treating our food. And if there's some students that think that this could be something more interesting or a further path for them, then that'd be fantastic. A few achievements that we've made so far is just to clean up the space and prepare it for any fall planting that we are planning on doing, and then prepping ourselves for the spring. It's been a quick turnaround. I came on in September, and that's kind of a delicate time of year where you're mostly harvesting and starting to plan for putting the farm to bed. So a lot of cleaning, a lot of prepping, a lot of ordering materials that have been around, and then a lot of cover crop and mulching, again, so that we're preparing for a nice long slumber in the winter in an appropriate fashion. Like, we want to sequester carbon, we want to make sure the soil is healthy, and it's also a good teaching moment for the students to understand that, like, it's not the end of October and okay, we're done, like we're not farming anymore. Farming is a 12-month process. It's just that some parts are a lot slower than others. Harvest has been fruitful, but again, because things have been reorganizing under my vision and just trying to organize things in a way that I think will produce as fruitful as possible as a spring, it's been difficult to really put it into numbers, but we've been harvesting tomatoes and eggplant and peppers, and sometimes it gets used in the lunchroom. Sometimes we've been donating to local pantries. Sometimes a colleague of mine who donates and picks up, he works in food rescue and donates and picks up food from all over Metro Detroit. He'll come by and make sure that the produce finds a good home. And eventually we would like to also find avenues to sell to direct to consumer or to restaurants and produce a little bit of income as well for the farm. The Community Center line, I know, has such an amazing vision and understanding of this school, right? It is instrumental, and I think, again, in my brief time that I've been here, I've seen so many community members, parents, state and local representatives come through and just speak about this place, and they're just glowing the whole time, right? So I think it's amazing that this is possible here. Some people might not understand what the ability to have a 4.3 acre playground is like. That's unheard of in an urban space or a peri-urban space. So I think the ability for this to also reflect the reputation that the school has and to bring it up to an even higher level. So this place can provide a further launching pad, right? To also say, like, the school is amazing, the bakery is amazing, the work that they do in there is amazing. Now let's bring the farm up to that level too. I've seen a big impact with the students, frankly. Again, and I've only been here about a month, but I've already had some students. For example, one student came to me in the morning. He said, I'm having a rough morning. I'm not really feeling motivated. We came outside, we did some cleaning, we did some harvesting, and even just that was enough to say, I feel so much better. I'm feeling reinvigorated. So the power to be outside, the power to be connected with nature, the power to learn something new that is extremely applicable to your life, it's immeasurable, right? And I have it now where the students will ask me if it's a cloudy or rainy day, we might not be able to go outside, we might have to do work inside. They say, oh, we really want to go outside, we really want to go outside. So I think, again, and anytime I've worked with students or younger children, I think it's important that the full cycle is seen, right? Not only do you come outside and you work and you put in the labor, but then it's important when you are able to harvest to show them that somebody else can prepare the food for you, and it's right there, right? Like, the tomato that you harvested this morning is on your lunch table. And I think that is so impactful, again, to understanding the message of, like, we need to be as connected as possible to the food that we eat. Fundraising is crucial to, again, a farm that's set up in this capacity, right? We're not a production farm in the strict sense of, like, we grow food, the money that we produce from that food sustains us, right? We are here to educate, we're here to create an immersive space. And so fundraising dollars really help us to make sure that we are continuing to put forth the best vision possible here, that we can bring on staff to make sure that we are, not just me, but there's a lot of people who are trained in what we're doing here to make sure that the students are learning in the most efficient and immersive way possible. It helps us bring in tools and tractors and hoop houses, and all that needs maintaining, right? It's not just, okay, you put it up and then it's good for forever, right? That needs a 5-year checkup, that needs oil changes, that needs tools break. And most importantly, I think the beauty of a space like this is that you can utilize it to serve the community. You can grow transplants for people to come and pick up. You can have a community plot where people can come and exercise their skills, or just at the end of the day get their stress out by coming in and doing something extremely healthy for themselves. You can host community dinners, and more often than not, that again requires money if you want to make it as accessible as possible to people, especially in this direct community. So the fundraising dollars, again, it's going to come to help us maintain, it's going to come to help us educate, but I also want to turn it outward and show that if we have the money, we're going to make this a space not only for us, not only for the students, but for the community as well. Please join us in supporting Rising Stars Academy and the farm at Rising Stars Academy in order to create a more fruitful and immersive experience for our students right here in our backyard.
We have more prizes tonight than we can highlight individually. So I invite everyone to head over to the auction website and check out what's being offered. You'll find a huge selection that includes several pairs of unique sneakers, an art experience in Ann Arbor, a prescription for stress package, and who doesn't need that these days, a Motown getaway, and much, much, much more. You'll learn more there and bid, please bid. You can visit the link below, or you can visit the main website and click on the logo for tonight's event, or there's a pin post at the top of our Facebook page. Okay, I love this one. Another really fun prize is Chef Hassan's Drunken Rooster. Mark, what is being offered with this one?
So Chef Hassan has been with the school for about 7 years. Chef Hassan owns the food truck called the Drunken Rooster. So Chef Hassan works with our students in the wintertime when he can't take his food truck out. But he will bring his food truck for 20 people at your house, serve his amazing tacos. His za'atar fries they're crazy good, and just come out there and serve you a meal.
And if you're lucky, his horn on his car cock-a-doodle-doos just when he pulls up. And he really enjoys doing that, especially when someone walks in front of the truck. He thinks it's rather funny that they get a nice cock-a-doodle-doo and scares the pants off of them. We love Haas.
Let's hear more from Chef Hassan.
Hey, I'm Chef Haas with the Drunken Rooster food truck. I also work at Rising Stars Academy in the off season. I never thought I'd be doing something like this, but now it's like probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And we're here doing the Night Under the Stars. I'm auctioning off the dinner with the food truck for 20 people at your house. We'll bring the food truck and we'll make our tacos and fries and Mexican street corn for 2 hours to have a good time. We'll hang out and just join us in supporting Rising Stars and the good cause, and hopefully we can all have a great time together. Thank you.
I am so impressed with the creativity and the opportunities being created here. I understand there's a partnership with Beyond Juice underway?
There is. So we are the vendor with Beyond Juice. So we distribute and process a majority of their product that they distribute out through the stores. So our students all participate and help with the product. So Beyond Juice, we started with them 6 months ago, and we're just growing and growing and growing with them. There's some future plans that are coming with Rising Stars and Beyond Juice. And so we're just very grateful to Joe and his wife Pam, Lynn, and all the people on Beyond Juice in order for the experience for our kids. But they also believe in what we can do, and they really appreciate the product that we bring to the table to them for sure.
Fabulous.
And they have hired one of our students
Yeah.
also, and are planning on hiring others in the future.
That is a testament, isn't it?
Yep.
Cork and Gable donated a very generous prize, a gift card to their restaurant in the amount of $250. Mark, tell us a bit about Cork and Gable's relationship to the school.
So Chef Matt, he not only buys our product, our breads, but he also takes about 4 or 5 of our students 1 day a week and provide a job experience for them. So they help prep, they help cook and prepare and get things ready for their service for the weekend. So Chef Matt has graciously helped us with the academy and our kids that go there. and they all treat our students very well, from Beyond Juice to Foundation Hotel that our kids go on and do some job service with them.
Well, let's hear from Chef Matt.
My name is Matthew McGrail. I'm the owner of Cork and Gable Restaurant in Corktown on Michigan Avenue, right next to the Michigan Central train station. I found out about Rising Stars about 2.5 years ago from another chef friend of mine, Brian Pazensky, who also works at Red Crown in Grosse Pointe. He turned me on to Rising Stars as a option for my bread and baked goods and things like that. We gave him a shout, set up what we needed, and kind of went from there. All the products are fresh made, great product, delicious. And we just love working with the organization because of what they do for the community and for young adults with disabilities. It's close to my heart because I have a cousin who has lived with cerebral palsy for 42 years now. So seeing an organization like this really definitely makes me want to do more for the community as well. So I ask everybody who's here tonight to help out, do what you can, bid on what you can, and please help this great organization out. And we've donated a $250 6-person dinner gift certificate for today. Please find it online and bid on it, and come and enjoy some great food at Cork and Gable.
I am particularly excited to learn about a beautiful prize tonight that was generously donated by Michael Agnello. Deb, can you describe this one?
Mike Agnello has become a huge supporter of Rising Stars Academy, and for us, he has created and designed a particular special pair of earrings that he has on auction for us. The appraised value of these earrings is $2,800, and they are diamond stars with several stars that come off of it and dangle on your ears. Gorgeous pair of earrings, and just in time for Sweetest Day coming up.
Absolutely. Not today, honey.
Another restaurant in the RSA family is Cacao Tree. Mark, tell us about the restaurant and your relationship with them.
So, it's exciting that, we keep diversifying. So Amber, the owner of Cacao Tree, is, they do a lot of vegan, a lot of vegetarian things of that nature. So we've been friends for 9 years or so. So Amber has generously offered a dinner for her at her restaurant. So it shows that, and she's used product out there to service in the restaurant today. But it shows the diversity of that, how we keep thinking, recreating ourselves. And now that we're, reaching vegans and vegetarians, and we offer that line of bread too. We have a vegan line of bread. It's just crazy that, the amount of stuff, and we're just grateful that Amber's there. And she's a visionary. She does a lot of things for underprivileged countries and things of that nature, indigenous people. So it's just just really cool partnership and relationship with her.
Oh. Let's hear a bit more from the team at Cacao Tree.
Hi, my name is Amber Kapoor. I'm the proud founder and owner of the Cacao Tree Cafe. We're located in downtown Royal Oak, and we're so excited. We'll be celebrating our 11-year anniversary this month. When I first found out about Rising Star Academy and the work that they were doing, it just connected to my heart so much. So much of my business model has always been about compassion and the community. And when I found out the work that was being done there and the lives that were being impacted and just transforming, I immediately wanted to do anything that I could to support such an incredible institution. So we're really excited for the fundraising dinner. We're going to be doing an autumn harvest quinoa salad, and I actually went to the farmers market in Royal Oak this morning, and we've got a ton of Michigan produce. So we're really excited to just feature the bountiful ingredients that Michigan offers, all the wonderful flavors, and then of course in support of the community. So it just really makes sense to shake the hand that feeds you, get out, know where your food is coming from, and then have the opportunity to share that with others. We are offering a meal for 6 people, and we're either going to come to your home, prepare everything for you, or you can also take the option of coming to our cafe on a Sunday evening. And it's just wonderful because we're able to do things more personalized than what we can do at the cafe, because especially in these times of COVID, we're carry out only. We don't really have the opportunity to plate things and just, add that beautiful element to each dish. So we are super excited. The level of the quality ingredients that we use, I honestly don't know anyone around that is as committed to I am for quality. So we're super excited. I'm really hoping that there's someone that comes that, you know, really wants gluten-free or vegan and is just really interested in supporting RSA for this dinner. We're really, really excited for you to come out, check out the space at RSA. I mean, it's an opportunity to really see all the work that they're doing and the progress that has been made and the lives that have been changed. You're gonna be able to taste food from multiple different chefs in the area. Some of the best are coming out to really make this so special. And in a time like now with COVID, you know, what better opportunity to come out and just be together and, you know, really give back to the community. So we're really excited. We hope you come out and we look forward to serving you.
This has been a truly beautiful evening. Everyone next door is enjoying an extraordinary meal, and I am genuinely moved and totally blown away by what you and your team put together for this night.
Thank you.
Yeah. With that in mind, drum roll, please. No drum roll?
No, I can't. I
Okay.
can't do that.
All right. I think it's time to talk about our final prize that's available as part of the SRA silent auction. Mark, tell us what you have in store for this lucky winner who will be coming here for a specially prepared meal.
So my chefs, Chef Ryan and Chef Devin and myself and our students, for 10 people, we are going to do a dinner inside the school. We will create a menu. Our students will serve, actually cook, and do all those important things and learn about it. But it's the coolest thing because you get to be in the school when nobody's there. So you get to kind of have exposure like me and Deb when we walk in and it's quiet, and then you start to see the hustle bustle and the things going on and just kind of be like, just take it all in a short period of time.
One of the coolest things about this night with the students is to see the looks on their face when they're helping and they're working. Our students that are here in the tent next door have been here in the building since 7:30 this morning. They have gone all day. They have gone strong all day, and they are still in there just having a blast because they're serving the food and they love the interaction that they're having with the community. So it's a great thing to do, to be able to come to the school and watch them develop like that.
Let's hear more about what's planned from Chef Devin and Chef Ryan.
Hi, I'm Chef Devin with Rising Stars Academy.
I'm Chef Ryan with Rising Stars Academy. We'd like to talk about the students that we work with here with special needs. They're learning all our skills as a chef, teaching them knife skills to proper washing and sanitation, to helping us out in the cafe, serve all the students here at Rising Stars Academy. They're very special and it's very humbling to be here.
With that being said, tonight we're auctioning off a 10-person dinner. We have the lovely students cooking along with all the Rising Stars Academy chef. So please, in support of Rising Stars Academy, please feel free to bid on the dinner this evening. Join us in support of Rising Stars Academy.
Thank you.
That dinner will be one to remember. Okay, Deb, before we finish our stream tonight, could you talk about the community markets the RSA team has been working on?
One of the things that we've been able to do since the day that we have come on the property, we've always had some type of a garden. It was a little rough the first few years because we were growing on soil that had grass on it basically for 40 plus years. But we were able to grow a lot of produce, a lot of experimentation as to what went well in the garden. And with that, we were able to actually open the fence and let the community come in and harvest product and take it. And it was interesting for us because they would come and they'd pick it out of the garden, excuse me, and they would carry this bag across the parking lot and they'd come over and say, so what is this? What do I do with this? And so we would give them recipes and have them cooking, and they were so grateful that we had that here. So fast forward 9 years, we have much better garden. The garden grew tremendously this summer with as much rain as we have gotten. And we had so much produce that we started a free Friday produce giveaway in our parking lot. Advertised it on social media, Facebook, Friend Next Door and Centerline, and we had an amazing amount of people who would show up and take part in the free produce that we were giving. So we're hoping to expand that. We might even start like an official farmers market in our parking lot and for the community, and it's looking like it's going to happen.
It must be a really special feeling to know that you're helping to nourish your own community.
Right.
I mean,
Yep, absolutely.
fundamental.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for having me here tonight. I'm truly humbled to be even a tiny part of what you've got going on here. I can't really say enough about how impressive it is to
Well,
me.
thank you for being here, because Mark and I feel like we have a new friend at Rising Stars.
You
Academy.
do. You
And that
absolutely
we'll
do.
see you around here. We've only known
Absolutely.
you for a very short time, but we really get along very well.
Yeah, I'll be
so
knocking at the door.
There you go. Anytime.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to add for those watching us tonight? Anything you want them to know that we haven't talked about? Any reason you think that they need to know why it's important for them to support what you're doing?
Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
So, I'm kind of the emotional kind of guy. So, I think that, what I want people to remember is that it's not about money, it's not about anything, but it's about the culture that we created here at the school. From our sponsors, to our students, to our staff, to the parents that believe in us, from the community, the people that are here, the people providing their services today, is that this is truly a magical place, and I don't mean to take off of Disney, but when you come in and look at what we do and what our kids do, and just with the short guidance that we give them, that and through how me and Deb live our life, is that the people that we come across with, whether are still here or left the earth, is that we learn from them and think about what they try to teach us and how they try to teach us, and that's how we live our life. As our job is to be teachers, educators, maybe to have to prod somebody to move in a direction, but we learn that through people that have been in our life. And that's the most important thing to remember, is that it's not about me and Deb being on the camera, it's not about anybody, but it's about the spiritual place that we go. It's not a hostile environment. We think that we do a very good job. We're not perfect, but we learn from our mistakes every day, and we continue to humble me and bless me with the people that I know, but also that the students that help me learn and want to become a better person for what I do. Right? So when I go home and I get to sit on my couch, and that's what I love to do, or hang out with my grandkids, I see about the impact, but still there's that I'm very humbled, because this is still not enough, and we still owe it to our student population and the community to do more for them, because they deserve that.
It's very moving that as much as you do, you still feel it's not enough, because you recognize the need.
Well,
The
look
need
at-
is
look
so
at all
huge.
this stuff that's here, right?
Yeah.
The need is very huge, and some of the people who came tonight and spoke about the school had some very, very nice compliments to say about Chef and I, and it truly is not. It is student driven. Everything here is student first, and the students. The parents come to us after they've been here for a short period of time and see the amazing progress that they're making while they're here. We have students that come to us and barely reading and able to read, and with the help of corrective reading and one-on-one with some coaches, are reading picture books for their parents at their first IEP, and the tears from the parents are tears of joy to see that their kids were able to do this. There's nothing in this building that we will ever hold back a student from doing and completing and trying. And if a student comes to us and says, "Hey, Chef Mark, I want to try this," and he said, "Let's sit down and figure out how we can make that happen." And that's what we do. And we do that because our sponsors believe in us. Our sponsors from the Weingarts, from
Michael Agnello,
Mike Agnello, Beyond Juice,
M&L Sheener,
Ray Skoronsky Dental. We have a
Gabriel
lot of
Anand.
sponsors that come to us and help us. They're all here in the tent, enjoying it, spending time with our kids. A lot of these sponsors have been here so much that the kids know them and go up and say, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And they remember who they are. So we are
also,
blessed.
the one thing that I want to just add on is that, our sponsors and our people that donate money, is that we're kind of unique and different anyways, but they can ask us where their money went and we can show them. So we don't have administration fees, because these are the administrators that make the decision. So I can, more so than Deb, she knows what we buy, but I can strategically tell everybody this is where the money went for this, for this, for this, out of a drop of a hat.
Right.
And they see where their money's went, instead of like, is it paying for administration fees?
Right.
Or is it paying for really for these students? So there's a difference, and that's why I think people tend to gravitate towards us, because they know the culture that we created and the things that we have for our kids.
That's right. More bang for the buck.
Absolutely.
That's right. Oh, that's really, all of that is so great. Okay, so don't forget to take part yourself by bidding on this evening's auction items. Please visit the auction site at the address on the screen, through the Facebook page, pinned post at the top, or the Night Under the Stars logo at the top of the main website. There's lots of items to see, more than we even talked about here, and you have until Friday at 7 p.m. to bid. All the money, as you're saying, raised at tonight's event and through the auction goes directly to the growth of the school. It's an investment in these dedicated and hardworking students. We're so thankful for all the work being done here at RSA, and so grateful to all of you for joining us tonight. And of course, we must thank the sponsors again: Beyond Juicery and Eatery, Keller Williams, Michael Agnello, Weingarts, ML Shaner, and Knights of Columbus. Thank you all for being part of the Rising Stars Academy community. So, good night, and please bid.
Thank you very much again.
So I just want to thank the people on the other side of the camera, because without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So it's been truly a magical day from 7 o'clock in the morning to night, that the live streaming, a little bit of rain, everybody with adversity, and just roll with it. So I have to thank those folks as well from behind the camera for taking care of me, my kids, and a huge thank to my wife for dealing with me all the time.
Thank you. Have a great night.